Okay, everything has abandoned us today. So I'm gonna just try and speak a bit louder. The mic is turning on and off. I'll see what's up with it. Hey, you get what you pay for, right? But it served us, however faulty, so I pray I'll manage to see what's up with that. In the meantime, as usual, making do with what we've got. I recorded a video, but it was well, it's still uploading. We'll see if I let it go. Someone may need that guidance. Praise thy you, the eternal one, ruler of the universe, who has kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this moment. Okay. The pursuit of love is always noble. But sometimes you gotta work with whichever form of love you receive or you get, within or without. Make the most out of it. Elevate it, alchemize it, channel more of it into the world. Pursuit of love, a broken home, either separation, divorce, inability to hold on to or build or manifest genuine connection, partnership, complicity, friendship, mutual respect, genuine connection, connections in the heart. Even when you did have them, they seem to have not amounted to, or that didn't translate properly in the physical realm. So it never led to said connection becoming reality. Ace of Pentacles. A seed, clarity and expansion, an offer, a promise, a covenant, a vow, an intention, an action, and a gesture, a gift and a blessing, opportunities, contracts, proposals, but also action in the right direction that leads to success, fulfillment, stability, realization, completion and fulfillment, purchases of homes, changes in residence, joy, exploration, curiosity and creativity, children, a blessing, a gift, a chance, a hope, a project or a plan. Either way, it's absolutely incredible and amazing. Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse seems that it reminds you of the fact that you don't have to give up on a dream, on a vision, or a plan, or a project to do with marriage, commitment, relationship, or ability to work or cooperate with others, the mending of a connection or a relationship, newfound hope and solutions to old problems. You don't have to give up on it. The Coffin in reverse. Last but not least, Pentacles again. Prosperity, abundance, financial abundance, and Do not take chances. Anything you start now, it has to be progressive, step by step, strategic, patient. You gotta work towards something here, which seems to be the problem. There seems to be some challenge when it comes to expectations on how we should embrace a chapter or an opportunity. There's a tendency towards burning stages, idealization, and inability to make the most out of an opportunity due to, again, the attempt of burning stages, or not feeling the call or the power or the responsibility of taking action at the right time, in the right manner, in order to build something up. There's a need, there's a reminder here. Whatever starts now, it does lead to success. It's extremely positive, it's illuminating, it's the promise of life, it's the promise of future, the sun coming back up, hope restored, and so on, a vision looking beyond the horizon, the ability to dream and hope for the future. It's very promising, it's tangible, but you're reminded of not repeating past stages or cycles, or not burning stages, not waiting or expecting or being conditioned by anyone else's choices, opinions. This is, I guess, a reminder of not listening to advice, for example. If said advice is not constructive, or you don't resonate with, or it goes against your very nature, or in the past it had been shown to not be viable, useful, productive, or expansive. So careful about certain philosophies, interpretations, perspectives, opinions. When tested against reality, they don't seem to be viable. They can be highly idealistic. They do have potential. There is truth in them. There is a seed there that, if planted properly with genuine effort, commitment, devotion, focus, hard work, exerting one's power in the sense of taking it upon themselves, as in taking it really seriously, making it their own, right? As in, or rather, conquering or manifesting it step by step. It's a process, I guess. You don't just plant the seed and leave it there, right? You still have to cull the weeds, tend to it, etc. So, the King of Pentacles in reverse is someone that's highly materialistic or immature. So there may be either consumed by greed or avarice, unconsiderate, stingy, reckless, or impulsive when it comes to spending. Therefore, they may be hazardous, or they may, gamble, overspend, overindulge, etc., etc. Even when they do get wealth and opportunities, and they don't make the most out of them. They're quick to spend. It's also usually the one that cannot provide security, safety, financial stability, etc., etc. Okay, Eight of Cups in reverse, the Moon. This is also the feminine, secrets. Sometimes it's depression, insecurity, the subconscious, emotions, sadness. It also has to do with real estate in certain cases. With the nest here, real estate, yes, security, stability, pentacles all the way through. The coffin is some form of a need to heal, overcome, or defeat a pain or a trouble, or it's existential matters as well, fate and destiny, fatality, acceptance of limitations, a restriction. It's also a box, so it's putting oneself or being put or restricted in the boundary within, amidst the boundaries or confines of a very limited kind of, it can be a philosophy, a worldview, a perspective, a perception of oneself and one's ability. There's also this great separation or sensation of not being in the world or part of the world, or not being alive, literally. It's isolation for the purpose of transformation that has yet to occur. It didn't happen, it didn't take place. The ship is going against stereotypes, going against the tide, the grain, again, over waters, right? So being able to discover what's veiled and face painful traumas, heal and integrate one's past or painful memories and experiences, inability to move forward. The Ten of Swords energy with this is inability to process something that's buried in the subconscious. Terrible trauma with the moon. This is trauma. This is trauma that someone is struggling to move past. It leads to a sensation of a lack of stability or opportunities. Therefore, luck in its most practical sense, financial wise, etc., security overall, physical wise, one's needs being met, health, etc., it's social life, sexuality, family, commitment, marriage, social standing, social status, family relationships, karmic debt or generational karma. Someone is struggling severely here. The nest, a fish out of water, I hear. A fish out of water. Someone is trying to get out of something, even though they know that if they do, they feel as if they're terrified of it. They feel they may not survive. They don't know how to survive outside of this reality that they've experienced up until now, which lacks in support, in companionship, in acknowledgement, in encouragement, in genuine fulfillment, and everything seems to have been like pushing a mountain, sometimes rolling down a mountain. Now it seems as if they're trying to go against us and to reach a peak, to a point of where they can breathe, only to realize that they don't know how or whether they're gonna make it. How am I gonna live outside of what to me is the familiar? The familiar is pain. The familiar is victimhood. The familiar is loneliness and isolation and rebuttal, feeling as an outcast or left on the outside, abandoned, denied, compassion denied, respect denied, even acknowledgement. Being overburdened and drowning in something that no matter how familiar, they feel as if they gotta jump out of, against their very predicament, right? They have to go against themselves. And it's a genuine leap of faith, because it's from where they currently stand and what they've known up until now, they feel as if they're not going to survive. They got nothing to grasp on. There's nothing. They're reversed to aim towards or aim to anchor themselves onto. They just know they just got to leave this. The waters that they swim in, the energies, the feelings, they're toxic, they're poisonous. It's no longer sustainable. And they're terrified on how they're going to manage practical wise. They feel they lack the skills, the capacity, or the ability. They feel they're at the mercy of other people's decisions and opinions and choices. Oh wow, intense. Six of Pentacles. Generosity, help, small joys, presence, nature, childlike state, healing the inner child, precious, fleeting moments, unexpected, beautiful encounters that translate in gestures and tangible expressions of affection or acknowledgement and care, intentions, recognition, enjoying spending time with others, finding a kindred spirit, innocence, platonic love and friendship, yes, but human connection, empathy, sympathy, genuine care, gestures, gifts, small considerations, sometimes it's messages as well. Six of Swords, the Tower in reverse, 9, 10, 10 of Swords here with the ship and the coffin in reverse. Changes. Yes, someone's terrified that they're going to be on their own. They don't know. And I believe there's kind of a realization that ultimately it's not right anymore to be on their own. It just not, it doesn't make any sense. So they know that once they make these choices, this step, this decision, someone has got to be there. Isolation, yeah. Failure in achieving one's goals, failure to acknowledge or recognize possible dangers, threats, patterns, or habits that may be destructive or self-destructive, and so on. Imposed or self-imposed isolation, an attempt to rise above challenges or circumstances in order to face or overcome challenging circumstances, a sensation of needing to defend oneself or escape or leave something behind, but not knowing how to proceed, not being to mentally do so or see solutions or gain clarity on how to proceed. It seems as if the more they search for solutions, and because the intention is there, the willingness is there, the decision seems to have already been made, but all forces seem to just be working against them. I guess this was a test of resilience after all. It did help that they still managed to embrace some gratitude. They still received, I guess it shines even brighter in the dark, they still received some gesture of affection or care. They themselves have managed to still have some kindness to offer in their own small way. This is someone who does love people and connections and to connect, to help, but somehow they were never really able to do so. Not really. Yet, no matter all their limitations and struggles and restrictions, they still manage to show up. This is someone extremely generous who enjoys sharing, and they don't see the purpose in gaining anything for themselves. What's the point of glory if you've got nothing to no one to share it with? Anything they could ever want is not really for themselves. Yep, they don't want it for themselves. And they're not scared of struggle or battle, or it's mostly what they've done up until now. Not at all. They don't escape challenges or no. The danger is that they may embrace them and it isolates them. And the sensation of needing to fight on one's own here, very resilient spirit, but they can no longer do it. They don't see the purpose of it, so they're not tending to their actual needs at this point. Definitely battling something, and There's a lack of resources and support. Drowning in something. Something has to change. Something will change. They're coming out of a 9 of Swords, 9-9. Here's the portal, 6 and 9. Cancerian energy, back to the moon over here. The anchor has got to be lifted. Again, it goes against, as in, speaking of being able to anchor oneself onto something, and there's nothing to anchor themselves onto. This is literally a leap of faith. This is the ultimate test of faith. Deciding to leave something behind, or overcome, or just end something entirely, a cycle, or close a chapter, or shift a perspective, despite of lack of proof, or of motivation, or of energy, or of hope, or incentive, or clarity, or genuine solutions, or help, or opportunities here. This is very sterile energy, I have to say. It's very feminine, by the way. Earth and water. Yeah, yes, 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 yes. There she is, the stork. 9, 9, 8 here, 5 here, 10 in reverse here. Yeah, she's trying to come out of the water. She needs to take a flight over obstacles or challenges, and she needs to go from the heart, from intuition, with faith, foresight. Very loving energy, by the way. She's not choosing out of any options that she may have entertained or considered up until now, because those are just kept her stuck in confusion, and may have had her unable to see that all it takes is a decision. But timing is important, absolutely. She's making her own decisions in her own timing. Others have already left. She's going on her own, but she's not going to be alone. Yeah, she's either joining someone or going to join someone, finding new people, celebration, festivities, opportunities, gatherings, group gatherings, whether it's online, but I feel it's rather physical. This may be an expat community, a travel, or some sort of community. It may also just simply reflect holidays to a whole different place altogether, different in obviously seasonally, and yeah, she's gonna go get outside of her comfort zone, leave this environment altogether, whether it's leaving the country, the home, or just the vibration, the emotional state altogether. It's hopeful, it's expansive, it's receptive, it's grateful and humble, receptive, sensitive and intuitive, empathic. Maintains presence, very profound, very loving. It's a Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You can look to see where it's in your chart. This is obviously for the sisters. Our precious divine feminines. Oh wow. It's rebirth from water. There's no fire except this 9 of Wands here, which is in reverse. Whatever energy you had, you put it into surviving, pushing against. You never became, you never really could count on anyone. You're not used to, it's not in your nature. You're not a taker, you're a giver. And that's exactly what's going to propel you seeing what you have to give and impart and share, and a very magnetic energy. She's also the most loving queen, open to romance and relationships. A six of swords, seven, sorry, from that six over here. A seven of swords. Clarity, contracts, revelation of secrets or discovery of information, some form of an aha or eureka or insight, instant realization. Something just clicks. There's a decision that's being made here out of a lot of confusion and very rational, very logical. It's something that's raised to a conscious level from the waters, right? And it's, yeah, an action, a decision. It's official. It does imply, yeah, something either in writing, or it can be, again, invitations, tickets, communications, contracts, selling, purchasing, searching for work, writing, starting a new project that implies either writing or communicating, interacting with others in writing. Someone is discovering their oratory skills and abilities, the power of communication, of truthful communication. Someone is very quick now. She developed a skill to detect deception in speech, or especially in writing. She can be a critic, she can be analytical, she can start analyzing or pointing out. She can basically do translation, she can be an editor, she can be, why not, a publisher, a self-published author, etc. She can offer counsel and guidance in order to restore or correct or basically compensate there where certain knowledge, information, wisdom, right, in writing, so sacred text and so on, has been misused or has not served its intended purpose. So she can basically point things out, debunk, or do commentary, and etc. The world, it's her oyster. It's very independent work, by the way. It doesn't mean she's going to be alone. It means that this is what she does purpose-wise. She's been formed for this. She's been passed for Phono specifically for this task. Her heart and place and intention is one of heart, of love, sorry, wholeheartedly, devotion, commitment, kindness, empathy, love, and generosity, selfless kind of an effort or service, sincerity of intentions, tolerance and forgiveness. Yes, I believe there's forgiveness, release as well, helping others release, integrate, and heal. She may provide a service at a distance. She may actually help heal others or continue to send them on their journey, on their way. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio strongly in her chart here. May, yes, restoration of hope, leading people to their next stage or helping them over hurdles. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. The club, enemies, energy. Helping people, people get out of their own way. Alchemize certain energies that may have risen from pain and victimhood and genuine challenges, struggles, to alchemize the passions into something rather more life-giving, right? Creative, restorative, and spiritual. Birth or conception of a child, yes. To use their energy, even in its negative aspects, which is something that she's learning to do with a different intention, or channel it and focus it on rather seeking to use it for the good, basically. The anger, the resentment, the frustration. The whole of humanity feels some level of that, right? There's a lot of injustice in the world, a lot of things that are not going right. And it's about learning to channel this energy into something creative and constructive rather than burning bridges, building. There will be those that need to actually burn those bridges as well, bridges in between, or rather built there where there shouldn't be any, right? Forcefully or with the wrong intentions. Or so we're speaking about organized crime and stuff like those bridges, yes. But it's not going to be on this specific group of sparks, as I would call them, like clusters and spiritual family. No, to each their own tasks and roles. She's a healer. Yeah, she's a redeemer. She's a pacifier. High priestess energy as well. She's using, again, she's using words wisely. Conveys or reveals information there where she feels necessary. One more. The Six of Wands in reverse. Helping those who need to process failure or let go, accept their destiny and purpose, and so on. They're filled with energy and it's just misdirected. It's toxic. So she has healed now. Obviously, she's going to be able to assist others in doing so. And I believe it's something to do with the use of words, whether in writing or communication-wise. She may be an introvert. Work, achievement, and success. Yes, practical application of one's current emotions, desires, seeing opportunities in challenges, or rather helping others do so. Misdirected anger or self-destructive habits or patterns or mentality, perspectives, habits, patterns. Yes, she may provide guidance or counseling, or again, merely through her words or expression. Or she corrects, she restores, she heals, she rights wrongs, she sets things right, dots the I's, etc. And it does stem from love. She's to correct those that have been struggling to accept their own destiny or embrace their purpose and their current task due to not being able or willing to let go of something. Yeah, anger, resentment, and she can put a hold. This is the power that heals. Yeah. Warms cold hearts, tempers down, turns destructive fire into seed, into constructive, into right tangible seeds of light, of hope, of restoration, regeneration. Earth right here. So it's about helping those struggling with either temper, practical manifestation, wow. Queen of Wands. Yeah, she's this kind of a feminine is rising as a counter force to the other one who holds knowledge, right? That's being misused. There's a lot of harm being done by the witch energy, right? The dark feminine. Using all of that knowledge, either gatekeeping it or rather misrepresenting it or misusing it for personal gain and so on. She raises as a force, as a counter force to that, to balance that out. Selflessness, selfless service. Oh, we've been praying for the feminines. Back to the rise of the intuitive introverts. Will she have help? Yes. Last but not least, great good fortune. 4. The 4 leaves clover. Life, however small. Many blessings. May you be healed, sealed, guided, and protected on your path. To the sisters, being in this beautiful state and space, ever in service, ever loving. Eternal gratitude. You are a blessing and a light unto the world. The world would be complete darkness without you. That 4 into that 5 changes we had. Right? Let me get to it. There it is. The changes when it comes to turning the self that victimizes us constantly, right? And therefore renders all of us incapable of seeing the error in our ways or our perception of reality, our helping, right? Basically, those who cannot help themselves, literally cannot see that perspective. I mean, hurt people, yeah. And helping them see rather the benefits and selfless service. For example, first and foremost, the beauty of being able to connect and do things rather for the highest good, as opposed as the witch energy, Queen of Wands in reverse, which is all about self-interest, which creates division, competition, clashes. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. This feminine will also have probably a counterpart that is a lot younger. Very complementary energy, very grounded and capable, humble and hardworking. Skilled, genuine and honest, trustworthy, loyal, beautiful energy. So, synergy. Beautiful. Shalom. Have a great week ahead.